bookworms, I'm Becca, and this is the Moonchild book tag. This tag was created by Rhiannon at Crescent Moon Reads. This tag has 11 questions, all inspired by the moon. The one thing I really love about this tag is that the last question is not to tag people. There are literally 11 questions all about the moon, so let's get started. First is full moon. Choose a book with supernatural creatures in it. I'm going with City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Even though you guys know that this is not my favorite book by any means, probably one of my favorite aspects of the book was all of the different demons that were coming out that they had to kill. I just thought that I wanted more with those demons than I did with the actual plot of the book. So yeah. Next is Starry Night, and for this you're going to choose a book with a beautiful starry cover. I of course went with Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elier-Sainz. I love this cover so much. It is probably one of the most beautiful covers that I own. Next is Out of This World, and for this you're going to choose your favorite sci-fi book. I technically have only read one, and it is Illuminae by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I also did not really love this one very much, but it is technically the only sci-fi book that I've ever read. I've read a lot of dystopian, what I consider dystopian, with sci-fi elements like The Fifth Wave and Forget Tomorrow by Prinsip Dunn. Those are more dystopian, what's happening, and they have sci-fi elements. Like The Fifth Wave has aliens, and Forget Tomorrow is about memories. But I feel like this is really actually the only true sci-fi book that I've ever read. Next is Creature of the Night. Choose a thriller with a killer. I decided to go with You by Caroline Kepnes because this book is from the killer's perspective, and I always found that really intriguing about this book. I know that it is talked to death, no pun intended. I really enjoyed the perspective of this book, and it is a thriller with a killer. Next is The Moon Controls the Tides. Choose a book with an element of water in it. I'm going with another one that I did not really love, but it still focuses on water, and it is The Art of Not Breathing by Sarah Alexander. This has to do with deep sea diving, and that was probably one of my favorite elements of the book because I love swimming. My astrological sign is Pisces, so I definitely consider myself to be a little fishy because I love anything to do with water, underwater, swimming, anything like that. And for some reason, I really loved the descriptions of the murky water that she was swimming through. So yeah. Next is Daughter of the Moon. Choose a book with some serious girl power. Of course, you guys know I had to go with Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. This is the epitome of girl power, in my opinion, because it is a YA feminist book about a girl that sparks a revolution in her high school so that the girls can take back the school from all the sexism that they are experiencing from the males at school, and I loved it. Next is Spaceship, and for this you're choosing your OTP. Of course, it's no surprise that I'm going to choose Steffi and Reese from A Quiet Kind of Thunder. I find a way to weasel it into almost every video that I make, so I'll just link my review. Next is Waxes and Wanes, and for this you're going to choose a book that played with your emotions. I decided to go with The Lake Effect by Erin McCahan. This is a contemporary book, and I don't think that I've ever had a book that made me laugh out loud, like genuinely laugh as much as this book did. I laughed, I cried, I just experienced such a wide range of emotions that I don't typically get from a contemporary book, and it was really surprising. I just realized that you can't see any of the books that I've been stacking. There, that's a little better. Next is Music of the Night. Choose a book that has an element of music. I'm going with Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I've not actually read this book, but I know know that it does have an element of music in it. Next is After Hours. Choose a book with the word night in the title. So I went with Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, the second book in the All Souls trilogy. These covers on all three of the All Souls trilogy books are absolutely stunning. I love them so much, and even the spines, like having them all next to each other on my shelf, is beautiful. The last question is crescent moons, and for this you're supposed to choose a book that features a goddess or goddesses, and I actually don't have an answer for this question. I don't think I've ever read a book that had a goddess in it. So if you have, make sure to leave me that recommendation down below in the comments so that I can check it out, because I would love to read something like that. That is the Moonchild book tag. I'm definitely going to be tagging some people in the description, so make sure you check that out. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below to see more bookish videos. That's all I got for you guys today, and I will see you tomorrow.